maybe a little related to the word white. I don't remember how I made this connection now, but it doesn't matter. Basically, I'm going to say that I'm the type of person who has had the audacity to think of herself as fearless, ballsy enough to call myself ballsy. Do you get that? Not that ballsy, it turns out. I used to be really, really brave, as in spontaneous, and not giving a damn and just doing whatever I wanted. And about the past year and a half or so, I've just absolutely not done that. I've been very straight and narrow and la-di-da and plain and da-da-da-da-da. Very vanilla. That's kind of white. It's been, lots of exciting things have been happening, but nothing bold. So I was thinking about just like one of my favorite bold moves. Basically, I want to move to New York City because I love doing comedy and I love improv and stand-up, so that's what I want to go and pursue. When I first decided I definitely wanted to do this, it was about 3 years ago when I decided I definitely needed to leave Rochester right now. So, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to New York or Chicago, because those are kind of the comedy meccas, and I'm scared of LA, so I eliminated it. So I figured I've been to New York a couple of times. I liked it. It's fun. I've never been to Chicago though, so I need to take Chicago out on a date and get to know it a little bit. So I think I realized that on a Tuesday when I was at work, and then I asked my boss if I could have Friday and Monday off for a long weekend to spend with Chicago. So they said, sure, no problem. And I headed out on Thursday night at like 9 p.m. towards Chicago, which is like a 12-hour drive, I think. In a 96 Honda Civic that had like over 200,000 miles on it. I was just like, all right, I'm ready to go, whatever. It didn't lock also. The car had 2 separate doors, like the door that came with it, and then I bought the car without a door. So I had to buy a door to put on my new car, that kind of thing. This is what we're working with. So that lock was irrelevant because my key didn't work in it, so I had to just never lock that door, or I could never get back in my car. So I was heading out to Chicago, and then as the cliche goes, about an hour out, I thought I'll just go west and then I'll turn on my GPS, but then I realized the GPS didn't work. And I had a dumb phone, so I was like, well, west, I don't know. Let's see what happens if I just keep trying aiming. So I did. I realized about 6 hours in that Chicago was about 12 hours away. So I parked it in Toledo and took a nap. I slept in the parking lot and brushed my teeth in the morning in the travel plaza, that kind of thing. And then and then eventually you start seeing signs for Chicago, so you were right about west. You just followed your heart there, guys. That's what happened. And I got there, and when I got there, I was just thought, as long as I can find a map, I know what street the Second City Theater is on, so I just need to buy a map, and then find that, and then from there I'll just make friends and know how to navigate through Chicago, and it'll be fine. So I found a Rite Aid where there was like no English at all at the Rite Aid. I've never seen anything like in my little small town Rochester where the Spanish is on top and the English is small on the bottom. And I was like, is this Chicago or Mexico? I don't know. So confused and alarmed. But I figured it out and I bought my map and I was sitting in my car with my map out like such a tourist. And then my friend Emily called and she was like, I heard you're in Chicago, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't really know, I'm just figuring it out. And she said, all right, well just stay away from like this neighborhood, these streets. And I was like, oh, that's where I am. So I was like, but I have my map now, so I can figure out how to get out of here. And I go, hey, come on in. The theme is white. Yeah, I'll just go on with that story. So, this is a travel tip I'm going to give you all if you're ever in a time machine and you have a dumb phone and no GPS. This is how you travel and make friends. I followed my map to the street where the second city is. That's the improv theater that I was interested in. I never made it to see a show there, but I did find the theater, which was closed at the time because it was early in the morning or something. And then I found a place that was air conditioned, so I went there and I sat and I went to this Chicago version of a Subway. What is it, Potbellies? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, Potbellies. I went there and I held out my map and I ate a sandwich. And the boy who made my sandwich was like ridiculously good looking. He was such a cute sandwich maker. He's supposed to be a model, but he was making sandwiches. Oh no! But his shift was up and he saw me looking at my map and he was like, "Hey, are you lost?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, I don't want to be weird or anything. If this makes you uncomfortable, back off, but if you want, I can kind of show you around." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, please." So, but he didn't have a car, and I had a crappy car. So I just stuck him in my Honda, and I was like, "Let's go somewhere. You just tell me where to go, and I'll go." And then we had this cute little conversation where we couldn't even figure out which one of us was the hitchhiker, because I was lost, but he was not driving. So we just kind of wandered around, and then he said, you know, like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "I don't know, I'm just seeing if I like it." And he was like, "What do you think so far?" And I said, "It's good. You're pretty much it so far. It's good." And he, what did we do next? I forgot. Oh, we're still in small talk, and he's saying, "Well, we can see these museums and these shows and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Where are you staying?" And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe I was going to find a Walmart and park my car there." And he was like, "Okay, well, I don't want to be weird, but he's like, normally I work summers in LA and winters in Denver, but right now I'm in this weird month-long layover. So I came back home to Chicago. I'm living with my parents. It's not weird, but if you need a place to stay, they have an extra bedroom, and extra towels, and even an extra toothbrush." And I was like, "I brought a toothbrush." I knew that much. So I met this stranger, and he showed me where to go, and I stayed with him, and it was totally fine. And we're still friends, so on Facebook and stuff. It's real. It's a real person named Neil. He's so cute and so nice. And now I haven't done anything exciting like that in a couple of years, so hopefully there's cute sandwich makers in New York City, I think is all I'm getting at. Thank you very much. That was my